Hey everybody, Beth Helvey, Michael Saunders and Company. I hope everybody's doing good. If you've been paying attention to our crazy Florida weather, it looks like we're going to get warm this weekend. This Florida girl is happy about it because this cold 50-degree weather, 60-degree weather for the day, not my bag. So what we're going to talk about today is you as a seller or a buyer and the thousands and thousands of questions you need to ask. And this came to my attention because I'm working with 2 or 3 people right now, 3 actually, that when we talk on the phone, these are wonderful, wonderful clients I'm working with. And when we talk on the phone, they do things like, I'm so sorry to bother you, or, I know I've asked you this, or I'm pretty sure we went over this, or I know you sent me something. And you know what? Stop. Here's why. This process we're going through is daunting. Hi, Nicole. This process we're going through is daunting. The sales contract alone, when a buyer is purchasing a house, is 12 pages. 12. And not only that, but the Florida Real Estate Commission likes to get in there and play with it every couple of years. So, when they do that, we have to take classes, or we have in-services in our office about what exactly does this new phrase or this new rule mean, okay? So, we're doing the same thing. We're always learning. Hey, Rick, and that doesn't include addenda, lead-based paint, environmental, homeowners disclosures, condo disclosures, sellers disclosures, right of first refusal, coastal construction. I mean, there are hundreds of forms in our system that we use for a variety of reasons. Appraisal contingencies, attorney's first look. I mean, come on, if you can think of it, there's a form for it. And I learned a really, really important lesson. Hey, Dawn, because as y'all know, I'm recently divorced. Hey, Veronica. And I remember walking into the office, and it's overwhelming when you walk into your attorney's office. Even though I read contracts daily, I'm looking at all this paperwork that this attorney is giving me through my realtor eyes. Hi, Dawn. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm reading. I mean, I've given this guy, hi, Gail. I've given this guy, few $1,000s to represent me. So unlike what you do with me, I'm paying this guy up front and I yet don't have a result. Whereas y'all, get your result and then I get paid. So I'm looking at it through these realtors' eyes and, and I'm asking questions. And I actually had my attorney say to me multiple times, as I said, we went over this. As we went over, and I get it because he was coming from the point of view of, Beth, we've covered this. We've taken care of this. This is what we're doing. And we've taken care of this. But there were so many balls in the air, and it gets overwhelming. And I'm off doing this and I'm off gathering this information. And I'm going to places 3 and 4 days in a row to get information I need because there's a lot of footwork involved when a person gets divorced. And you don't realize this until you walk in the door and you start the process yourself. The individual person has to do a lot of work as well. So one day, I'm very, very frustrated. And I get a little pissy and I go, dude, stop saying that. Hi, Mike. And I'm like, I don't care how many times I have to ask you the same question. I'm processing this information and I'm processing this information that I'm getting as I go through the process. So sometimes if you tell me something last week, it doesn't make sense until I have to ask the question again this week because now it's a little bit more relevant. Same thing with you in the purchase and sale process. When I do my listing presentation with you and we sign all the paperwork, when we get to inspections, that could be 4 days down the road. It could be a month down the road. And we've got to go over all that again. And that's fine. That's what the whole thing is about. But I realized being in the other seat that with this attorney, and again, my attorney was fantastic. I think he was doing it from a position of reassuring me. I got frustrated being told that multiple times, because there are so many questions involved. And I know you find this hard to believe, but I did say something. And I don't know if it made a difference or not, but I did say something. Hi, Isaiah. And that's my whole point, is when you are a seller and when you are a buyer, thanks, Gail. Oh yeah, absolutely, Gail. Emotions run high. This is the largest high D. This is the largest purchase most people will ever make in their entire lives. The largest sale most people will make in their entire lives. Largest. I don't care if you're spending $50,000 on a teeny tiny little condo or if you're spending $1 million. I don't care what you're spending. It's a lot of money. Okay. The point is this: you need to call me, text me, email me as often as you need. Because when we sit down and we start the buying process, or when we sit down and we start the listing process, I'm taking this huge amount of information and I'm laying it at your feet. There's no way you're going to process it all at once. No way. You know, you're going to have to do it in steps. You're going to have to do it as situations arise. You're going to have to do it as your personal circumstances allow you. Oh, thank you, Dawn. You know, for whatever is going on. Maybe you're selling your mom's house because she's in an ALF. Maybe and it's your childhood home. So there's all those emotions involved. Maybe you're finally buying your retirement home on the beach that you've been working so hard for, and all you can think about is how close am I going to be to the beach? That's okay. That's okay. That's what we're doing here. So never, 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 never call me and apologize. I don't ever want to hear it. Never. I don't care if you've asked me the same question 6 million times, 6,000,001, I'm going to give you an answer. And that is what this process is about. So don't ever be afraid. And if you're working with somebody, and I don't like to do this, but if you're working with somebody who's like, really? This requires a lot of patience and it requires a lot of education. You call me, you text me, you email me anytime. Okay? And as soon as I get that, if I pick up the phone right then, we'll get to work. If I need to, I know, Gail. I know you guys, especially lenders. Listen, Gail Stephens, he's a lender I work with. She's the same way because I'm going through the lending process right now with a lender, and I'm always calling and going things. When I have buyers, I'm calling their lenders and going, okay, what is this? I don't understand this because I'm a realtor. I'm not a lender. So talk to them. Talk to your closing agent. The closing agents I work with are like Gail and the other lenders I work with. They will pick up the phone and they will answer your questions calmly and nicely and understanding, hi Sandra, that this is a process that you need answers for. So anyway, here we go. Long and short of it is your job is to ask as many questions as you need, because the whole point of this is for you to feel reassured, whether you're selling or buying, feel reassured that you know what's going on, you're comfortable with the process, and you, even if you have to ask questions multiple times a day, as you ask those questions, you're feeling like you're getting answers so you don't feel discombobulated and there's too many balls in the air, and then you get to the closing table and go, what? I don't understand how we got here. So that's my message for today. It's not really necessarily a real estate tip. It's more of a relationship tip. And that's what I'm here for. Anytime you have questions, even if you're not even in the process of selling or buying right now, reach out to me. I'm talking to 3 or 4 people through Facebook Messenger right now that just have generic questions, and I'm happy to do it. So if you have questions, throw them in the comments. This is true. Yeah, Gail said that the industry is always changing, and she's absolutely right, especially hers. So the government especially likes to get involved in lending and tell people things. And then every time we turn around, a lender will go, oh yeah, this changed. So especially with that. Oh, thank you, Sandra. So if you have any questions about real estate, throw them in the comments, DM me, text me, email me, call me. I don't really care. And I hope you guys have a great day. The weekend is finally supposed to be warm. I'm so happy about that because I hate this cold weather. And then I will be back on Monday for sure to give you some more information on real estate. So have a great weekend. Get out there and enjoy the day. I think it's going to be 80 degrees. Bye, everybody.